What up, my dudes? We got another MX vs. ATV Unleashed first person video here. Don't know if I've ever actually done a video on this specific game, specifically on first person, right? I know I've done first person in pretty much every other motocross game. I don't know exactly about this one, though, so let me get it on here. Check out this Pro Circuit. Oh my god, dog. Look at the Pro Circuit graphics kit. Like an old school ass Fox gear. Like, does it get any better? I mean, I don't really think so. So either way, here's the first person. Does this track, oh my god, not give you like some old school Spencer Turley custom track vibes or what, dog? Freaking waterfall, water on the track, like jumping over water. Oh my god, tropical vibe out the ass. Like, dude, I swear, some of these old school MX versus ATV tracks, like, they remind me so much of my old school or OG MX simulator custom tracks from the beginning, back those really old tracks I used to make. This reminds me of some of that really unique on-track design and stuff. Very, very cool, very interesting. How some of these older MX versus ATV games had a lot of that in it. Oh, dogs. Let me just break my face hole on that jump there. Nice little, like I don't know, kind of Aztec-y, I don't really know what you call that kind of vibe on the whole thing too as well. So either way, so this is the first person on MX vs. ATV Unleashed, right? I don't know, did they have a first person in just MX Unleashed? I'm trying to think back. Oh shit, now we're down in the damn little cool ass water section right there. You have to jump over that or you're gonna wreck, like there's no question about it. Oh my god, railed that corner, dog. So I don't know, I just know that basically this was very early on infant stages of the first person camera for MX versus ATV, you know what I'm saying? Exhibit A, not even being able to actually see the front fender at all, right? Like that's really disappointing. That'd have been cool if you could at least, if that freaking camera would have at least been like up over the handlebars a little bit or something. All you're seeing is handlebars, like damn. If they could have just tweaked where that camera was at a little bit. Wonder if they've done that on PC for like a mod. Seems like they would have done something like that. You know, like just raised where that first person camera is. I don't even know if that's even possible, but it it ain't like it'd be that hard to do that. All you'd have to do is raise that camera where that camera's at, you know what I'm saying? And it would be 10,000 times better. And then maybe angle it down a little bit or something. But either way, so badass how there's these like super cool free ride areas on all the motocross tracks that aren't even actually the motocross track, but it's on the motocross track and free ride. That is so cool, dude. Like, look at this area. There's so many little like secret hidden areas in these older motocross games and stuff that you just don't even really realize. Like, this is not even technically a free ride track, but yet half the track is a free ride track. It's just a motocross track, right? And I'm just free riding on one of the motocross tracks, but it's like a full-blown free ride track. This is insanity, dude. The amount of content and the effort they used to put in these older motocross games, just crazy, man. So that was the edge right there, either way. Oh, boy. We are definitely, flying. Okay, so this looks like a damn hill climb right here. Look at this. Would you look at this? Just look at it. Okay. Oh, boys. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? God dang, these are some freaking super hills down through here. Good God, gotta be careful not pop off right on the very bottom transition of some of these big ass freaking hills. These are crazy down through here, bro. They don't make like that. This is what I talk about. Whoops, kind of reset myself there. That looks really freaking cool coming over that jump right there, and you got the sun off in the distance. That looked awesome. Really gave me that tropical rainforest vibe, that Amazon vibe or something, right? Which reminds me a lot of my Amazon track I made there at the very beginning. But, like, this is what I talk about when I talk about how arcade motocross games are just more fun when they have a little bit of fantasy to the track design, a little bit bigger scale in general, right? And this is something I think a lot of the milestone games miss out on in the modern day. They try to make everything too one-to-one scale, too, like, quote-unquote realistic or whatever the hell you want to call it, and they miss out on all that fun factor that big jump fun factor, difficult jump fun factor. Like, that's one of the funnest things to these older motocross games, is jumping big, bro. Like, that is something huge to motocross. Going big or going home, sending it. That's like one of the funnest things you can do on a dirt bike. And it just seems like those milestone games just totally miss out on that entire aspect of motocross. Whoops. See, this game's got a really annoying thing to it where you see me keep resetting myself, and I've talked about this before, but like when you got the gas on, right, and you go in the air, well, if you try to pull in your brake to like swing your whip around in the air, it'll reset you, because that's basically throttle on right trigger, brake on left trigger, but when you do both the triggers at the same time, it resets you. That's the reset button. So you got to be real careful when you're trying to hit the brakes to swing your whip around that you don't still have the throttle on, which is really tricky for a dude coming from like MX Sim or some of those games, because a lot of times you just keep the throttle on, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, that's crazy whipping in first person like that on this old school of a first person, you know? But I could just spend literal years playing around on a track like this. Like, for real, boys. Oh, got to try to figure out kind of where I'm at in the air. Can be a little. It's always something you got to learn when you start jumping big in any motocross game in first person. You've got to kind of get a basis of where the hell you're at on the bike, you know? Because you're kind of having to guess, especially with this sort of first person camera. You really have to guess on where you're actually at in the air. Whereas in third person, you can actually see, you know, where you're at on a big jump. But even in reflex, like if you don't really learn that game and where you're at, you're going to crash every time you hit a big jump. So kind of got to know what you're doing. But anyways, I've been having a lot of you guys hit me up on Instagram DMs, YouTube comments, stuff like that, about saying you really like when I go back and play these old school games like this. So I'm going to try to do this some more. Oh, did we miss the landing? Yeah, we did. And then me not knowing this sort of area at all, it's really hard to just go huck like a 250-foot jump and try to actually find a landing, right? Pretty tough to do that when you don't really know what you're actually riding on to a T. And the way these canyons are built, I say canyons, kind of like ridge lines. I don't know what the hell. We got the fucking Grand Canyon up in here, bro. Like super ridge lines, man. Oh, a tree, of course. Got to hit that tree, baby. Let me get back to where the actual motocross track is. I think it's up over here a little bit. That's crazy that there's all of this completely separate freeride area within this motocross track. Oh, dudes. Sorry for the wrecking constantly. That is gnarly coming off of those hills. Like, if you don't land right down in, tree insta-kill again. If you don't land right down in one of these little... See, it's like it'll have like 4 or 5 different individual slope upon slope, kind of like a stair step down these super valleys. You got to be very careful and not pop off on that. Like, if I just jump down this hill, right, if I don't land right down the slope of that like that, then I'm dead. You know? Like, you got to really think about what you're doing when you're coming down some of those. Cool how it's got all that, and then you just got the motocross track right here chilling. Like, dog, is that not sick and a half or what? Man, I got to learn where I'm at. Because this game, you can actually pop off the bike fairly easily when you jump far. Not like MXGP Pro janky. It's not like that, but you certainly will pop off the bike in this game if you're not leaning back and you're not landing something just exactly like you need to. You'll pop off. So it makes it even more difficult in first person because you got to really know where the hell you're at on the actual, like, your wheels are at, you know? That's what you got to figure out. All right, let's see. There's this cool-ass section. Look at the water. Like, literally, you're, like, crossing a waterfall. I actually had that on my, I'm trying to think of one of my tracks. It has that exact thing where it's like you're riding down the side of a waterfall. God, what is the name of that track? I'm trying to sit here and think of it. It's kind of got, like, a Hawaii vibe to this track here a little bit as well. But, Cahuenga, right? So some of you home dogs will know that track. Kind of more desert vibe custom track that I made for MX Sim a few years back there. Had a waterfall crossing very similar to this right here. Oh, barely made that. Of course, in that game, if you want to actually cross a waterfall, you almost have to do it with like water decals combined with. But sometimes I don't know what I think I did actually get away with doing it with just a statue, a water statue. But it's real tricky to place a water statue in that particular way to make that all work on MX Simulator. It's actually really tricky to do that. Dodging trees, dodging trees. Wow. Holy crater. Like I'm in fucking Ungor crater. Good God, bro. Holy freak. Popping willies, no squilly, Wet Willy Wednesday. You know what it is? Feel like I'm gonna get shot off over here. Maybe not. Cool as there's all these little separate hill climb areas. Like, this would be so much fun just riding on this with some random dudes. Multiplayer, right? It's so much fun to do that. I'm really surprised that you can't adjust the first-person camera at all. Like, because you guys know, if you go in here to third person, like the race camera, you just move this shit around any which way you want to. Like, any way that you want to. Holy God. You know what I mean? Like, down, over, backwards. You'd assume that it would just have that same sort of vibe in the first person, but it's really not like that. So, either way, dudes, I just wanted to come on here to check out the first person. Look at that water up top. Oh, landed in the water pond. 10 out of 10, baby. Hell yeah. Friggin' Michael Phelps in that water, dog. Like, shot way over right into that. I need to see if I can even get to that water pond. That was sick. Like, right here. Check this out. So you can actually get, like, on top of where the waterfall is at. What the? That just reset me? What the hell? I can't just, like, jump down the waterfall? Why can I not do this? I'm really confused. There's like an invisible wall or something. That's insane. Yo, dude. Waterfall Rider is the name of this game. Oh, that's not going to be easy. Let's see. Like I'm playing freaking Trials. Yeah, you can land to that point and then die right there. Okay. I think I can just like ease. Let me try to ease myself down. Easy, Spence. Easy. Okay, this is the middle waterfall area. Shit, why did I reset? Man, I think it's me just getting... No, that's an auto reset right there. I don't know why, but it is. But you can stop right here. Then I think if you go slow... Yeah, so it's just right where the actual water is falling. That is super bizarre, where they put those invisible reset you walls right there. Really, here's another one. Another waterfall. Alright. Okay. Yeah, there you go, dude. In the water. Oh, man. What a game, though. Like, you could do so much exploration just in these areas, you know? See if I can climb up the waterfall. Oh, dudes. No. Fun detected. You know how that is. A little water pond up here. Oh, ow. Yeah, there's definitely a pop-off system to this game. There ain't no doubt about it. I almost think there's more of a pop-off system to this game than there is reflex. Like, this one's a little more hardcore, for sure, what I've noticed. You've got to really lean back if you don't want to pop off, and I mean, like, perfectly. On a big jump that you don't really have a landing on, you got to be leaning perfect, and it's really difficult to accomplish that in first person. That's so cool. Look at how tall this terrain is, man. That's pretty much as tall as you can make terrain in a motocross game and be able to climb it. Like, literally. You know, that is pretty much the limit. Look at how insane this terrain is. It's unreal, dude. This is the cool shit they used to do back in old school games. You'd never see something with this insane amount of terrain in a newer motocross game. You just wouldn't see it. Especially not a milestone game. Not even close in a milestone game. Just that literal, like, so tall of terrain, it just covers your entire screen up above you. Like, you just think it's like an infinite wall jump, you know? God, dude. Like, then it's just a matter of how much speed you can get up to it. There's really no limit to how big you can jump in this game because, hell, you got a wall as tall as you can make a wall. just more of a what angle you're going to hit it and the speed you're going to hit it and all of that. Got a little glimpse of my fender right there. Did a little whip. Oh, landed it, dog, finally. That is a crazy friggin' downhill slope, though. Good Lord. Like, insanity. So either way, boys, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Going to keep on doing some of these old school videos on these old school motocross games. So I think it's a lot of fun to do it. But the Pro Circuit bike, wow. That's just sick to see that. Because that's what I run on MX Sim right now, too, is a Pro Circuit replica bike. It's just interesting to see in a game like this. Oh, stoppies. Getting the chicks. Don't worry, boys. Fucking Axel Hodges in 05. Ah, there we go. See if I can actually do one. Oh, this is a first-person video. Shit. I'm going to try to do a little stoppie into a front flip. But it wouldn't let me. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dude.